What's up, YouTube? It's Aerith, your favorite evoker, and I'm here today to bring you my official Magmatusk guide. So this will be the first in a series of videos where I teach you how to heal some of the hardest bosses in Dragonflight Season 2. This was definitely the most commonly requested one, so I wanted to start with this one. Before we get into anything though, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you like guides like this one, and be sure to follow me at Twitch. You can probably find me streaming right now at twitch.tv/eyelashtv. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. First, I'm just going to let you watch the VOD and listen, and then after that, we will talk about sort of some of the methodology. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Bait towards walls. Be good with your baits. Maybe towards moon first or something.
Lost.
Don't get cringed.
Okay, what?
Cringed. He's gonna charge here. Away. Watch the wave. Stack for me for healing. First mutation. Charge soon.
Scream when you want me to cloak.
Yeah.
Didn't fire. I can't move. Yeah.
Watch waves. Restack for me. Another second mutation here.
Let's get us out of this corner. Squish. You can go away now.
Defensive that. Thank you. Second mutation. Stack.
Complete charge.
I vial. Okay.
We're chilling. Just stay stacked if you can. Oh, Natalia or Narnia.
Set up. Oh. What the?
Restack, restack.
Yeah, he does that. He does that.
Glass is cringe. It wants you guys to be pixel stack. Spade towards moon again this time.
I'm on you. I'm on you.
Okay, this is gonna be defensives. Defensive now. I'm gonna let us tick low, and then I'm gonna invoke immune. Immuning now. Watch waves.
I faint.
Stay stacked for
That's
me.
all I got. Oh wow. That's a cheat.
Have a big heal. Pew!
Fade towards moon.
If he picks me again, I'm in a gigantic amount of trouble.
It's gonna be rewind. Rewind now.
You're gonna be impaired for a
Careful, it's
maybe.
gonna be pretty scary.
Always impaired.
Potions? Anything you gotta stay alive? Natalia, you have a potion?
Yeah, that's fine.
Quick kill.
Dead.
Ah, that could be better, but
Not
it's
fine.
Prisma.
Actually, you're
No, it's
dead,
fine.
man.
It's fine, man. It's fine, man.
easy. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what that was. So this was last week. This was Tyrian. I was about 424 item level at the time, and I did not have the new tier. Or 423 item level maybe. I did not have new tier. So let's go back through this and kind of break it down step by step. The first thing I want to recommend if you're fighting this boss, and a lot of bosses in general as evoker, is being highly communicative. I think one of the most important things that you can be doing as a healer is communicating with your team, letting them know when they need to use defensives, just letting them know in general, like when they are safe, when you are pressing buttons, when you do not have things, and this kind of thing. The more communication that you have, the better it's going to be. And one of the main things that you'll hear me continually reiterating during this kill is stack for me, stack for me, stack for me. You need to grill that into your DPS's head that they need to be stacked for you at these critical moments. This is very, very, very important. So that said, let's actually break down like what's really happening here. So on pull, you have like a decent amount of time to do some setup for this first wave. I'm still playing 4 sets, so I'm looking to do as much damage as I can. I'm getting out some reversions, fishing for procs. This is the old 4 set, that is. We're gonna first things first. This is really important. When you start over here, you can bait him into this initial wall to maintain a lot of uptime on your lust. So like we're in lust, our DPS are in cooldowns. They're doing big dam. It's really, really important that this first bait sends him just not very far at all. This gives our DPS more uptime to hit the boss, because the longer this fight goes, the more dangerous it becomes. So ensuring that there is high uptime in the early portions of this boss is critical. This is why you see me drop a moon marker and I say bait towards moon. I iterate this, like, I say this as loudly as I can, make sure that they hear me and everyone listens. We bait towards moon. Throughout the course of the fight, like, I'm fighting to ensure that all of our charges are as short as possible, just for that reason, to keep high uptime on the boss. Now, there's a few that are not great, but this one was actually quite good. And it's the most important one because everyone's in cooldowns. So this first volatile mutation is coming up here. And what I've done is, you can see I've already pre-spread a lot of reversions for Grace Period. It's going to give me a lot more healing. And as soon as I've already pre-pressed my Verdant Embrace, so as soon as this volatile mutation starts to come out, I can go ahead and I can send off a temporal anomaly into a boosted Dream Breath. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And here comes the mutation. As soon as it comes out, I make sure I have everyone in the Dream Breath. Put 2 Dream Breaths on everyone. And I start channeling a Spirit Bloom. Now my reversions actually fall off, which is a slight mistake. But I do reapply them here. Make sure that these Dream Breaths are ticking for as much as they possibly can. One talent that I'm playing this week in this particular dungeon, it was very overtuned. This was week 1, and we're all like incredibly low item levels. Just like a super early key. Is I'm playing Ouroboros. I'm playing a lot of the AoE healing talents for this particular dungeon because of how dangerous this boss and the Forge Master boss are. So yeah, Ouroboros is really powerful. You'll see me sending out on occasion an Emerald Blossom, which is just going to do big healing. And you can look at my stacks. They show up right here when I have them. When I have 5 stacks, you'll just see me occasionally sending one out. So we dodge the waves. And we get back in position. So I'm asking my team to stack for me. I let them know that a volatile mutation's coming up again. I tell this person who gets the thing to defensive it. And so the second one is when I pop my stasis. I don't pop my stasis on the first one because the first damage event doesn't really matter. And before you get to the second one, like, you already have all your buttons back again anyway. So yeah, my stasis for this fight is very simple. I Bird Embrace, I pop stasis. I pop Temporal Anomaly, ensuring every single player is inside of it. And then we'll DPS for a second. And then right as the Volatile Mutation comes out, you'll see me Dream Breath. It's the second spell on my stasis. And I'll tip the scales Spirit Bloom. I didn't have to tip the scales here, and it's probably a slight misplay because I almost definitely had time to just go ahead and empower one to full, like the natural way. But it is what it is. I was playing very, very careful, and that's kind of all there is to it. Here I'll almost certainly refresh reversions. I do, even in the face of a lot of damage, like refreshing reversions is pretty good. This is just because A, it's going to make your Dream Breaths tick a lot harder. B, you're getting golden hour healing. I think my golden hour healing at the end of this was actually very high. And it's just powerful. And then I release my stasis insta to make sure that we get that other Spirit Bloom. The priest, unfortunately, was not stacked with this. They're kind of off in Narnia, which is just a thing that range players do. Not this player is an insane player. They're one of the best priests I've ever played with. But yeah, I maybe could have been a little bit more vocal about like K-stack. I think I did say it a couple times here, but it is what it is. Sometimes the range player is not going to be like copacetic or like going along with your plan. So yeah, we put out some more reversions. Always as you're fighting this fight, look at this volatile mutation and the blazing charge timer. Here we see it's coming out in 4, so I let my team know. Please bait this charge towards moon. So we're going to get the charge right after this volatile mutation. And so this time, I'm popping my defensive. I know that this one's going to be quite a lengthy dot. I want to make sure that we're as healthy as possible. And I tell my team, hey, I'm going to let you get low because I'm going to Emerald Communion. So I let us tick down as low as I possibly can, as low as I feel comfortable with, to make sure that I get the absolute maximum value out of this. So we're all like pretty low. I probably could have let us take one more tick. It is what it is. I go ahead and I Verdant Embrace, and then I Emerald Communion. And then here we'll send out a Temporal Anomaly into a Dream Breath. Unfortunate, somehow the rogue is not in this particular double Dream Breath, and he cheats as a result. A little bit unfortunate. It is what it is. I mean, this is definitely a very hard fight, and it's definitely a battle of attrition. You might notice we have a few stacks of Ouroboros here, so I go ahead and I use that. Want to get everyone topped off as efficiently as I can. And we get another volatile mutation. So I'm going to temporal anomaly. I put out some reversions. I press rewind. And then I'll start charging up a spirit bloom. So this is really important. There's gonna definitely be a few of these where you do not have a double dream breath. And in all of those spots where you don't have double dream breath, that is where you want to send your major cooldowns. It's possible that I could have structured this a little bit better. I believe I did have access to a double dream breath when I did the Emerald Communion. I can double check in just a moment. But you basically want to space out, like if you have double dream breath in your party, that's probably good enough to get you through the damage event, along with a spirit bloom, along with some of these other tools, like getting like really big value out of grace period, getting really big value out of golden hour, like these kinds of things. If you don't have double dream breath though, like you always want to pair a cooldown. And so that's what I do here. I send the rewind because I do not have double dream breath. And I spirit bloom. That'll see me verdant embrace likely. I think we're gonna lose the rogue here, unfortunately. And the fight is over. We did lose our stack a little bit here, so this is why the rogue died. Is a slight problem. We kind of like lose our stack. I end up running away from the lava wave, away from where my team is, instead of dodging far to the left. I could have swept out this way to the front of the dragon, verdant embraced myself, sent out a temporal anomaly, sent out the dream breath. That would have been the ideal way to play this last particular moment. And let's watch that back and like watch the mistake in real time. So as you can see here, like we have our spirit bloom here. So we rewind, we channel the spirit bloom. And now here's where I make a mistake with my positioning. I know he's charging. I know these lava waves are going to come off. And I choose to go far towards the priest. So what I could have done is instead swept back around this opposite way and hooked around, verdant embrace, temporal anomaly into a dream breath. This is definitely a fight where your positioning matters a wild amount. Like imagine a world where I'm standing up here and where I dodged this way. Instead of dodging like back this way, I went up this way. Then I could have gone with a temporal anomaly into dream breath. Like what you see are both available. It's a ton of healing. The rogue wouldn't die, and everyone goes home happy. That said, my positioning was very poor at the end here, as was the priest, I believe. And we were both like kind of out in the middle of nowhere. That said, the fight was over. But in a higher key, we would have possibly been perished. It could have mattered quite a lot more. So yeah, let's go back and check out this one really quickly. So this is where we choose to Emerald Communion. Let's see, I did have access to the temporal anomaly and dream breath. So it's possible that I should have TA into dream breath. I think I might have made this decision based on the fact that we're all kind of spread. But in this spot, I definitely could, I definitely could have. There's definitely a world where I can get the double dream breath on everyone there. And that being the case, I think that probably would have been the more ideal thing to do. So by the time I get it out, the rogue cheats. So that is a slight problem. Always, if you have access to a temporal anomaly dream breath going into a volatile mutation, do everything in your power to go into every volatile mutation with the temporal anomaly dream breath. That is a super, super big deal. And it's something that honestly is just incredibly powerful in this particular encounter. But yeah, just going over some key points here. Very, very important when you're fighting this boss that you tell your team to continue to stack for you. If you're in comms, like this is very easy, obviously. You can just say, hey, stack for me on moon, and just like drop your marker, or like tell them go there. Bait for me on moon, drop your marker. My marker is always moon, so my team knows like, hey, if there's a moon down, this is Eyelash, and she's telling us like where to go. Be highly communicative. This is the kind of fight where you will win or lose based purely on how much you're communicating with your team. So all that said, this has been my Magmatusk guide. I hope that you got something out of it, hopefully. That is how I heal Magmatusk. And yeah, hopefully you'll be successful trying some of the same tactics. Once again, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and follow me over at Twitch. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.